There is something quietly unfolding across our world right now. Many people sense it, yet they cannot fully explain it. It is not something you will hear about on the evening news, and it is not something that can easily be measured by instruments or statistics. But deep within the human heart, a subtle shift is being felt. And if you are watching this video right now, there is a strong chance that you have felt it too. A strange feeling, a deep inner knowing, almost as if reality itself is slowly changing its frequency. Some people describe it as a spiritual awakening. Others say it feels like the old world is fading away while something new is being born. And for many, it brings a powerful question to the surface. Has something truly begun? According to many spiritual traditions and consciousness researchers, humanity may be experiencing the early stages of a transition in awareness, often described symbolically as a movement from 3D consciousness toward 4D and eventually 5D awareness. But here is something fascinating. Not everyone experiences this shift at the same time. Throughout history, there have always been individuals who sense major changes before the rest of the world did. They were the thinkers, the mystics, the seekers, the old souls. And today, many believe these same individuals are once again feeling something profound happening beneath the surface of our reality. Old souls are often described as people who carry a deep sense of wisdom within them. They may feel different from others. They often question the systems and structures of the world. They search for meaning beyond material success. And they feel a powerful connection to something greater than themselves. Many of them report that over the past few years, their inner awareness has intensified dramatically. They feel more sensitive to energy. They feel more aware of the emotional atmosphere around them. And perhaps most importantly, they feel a strong inner pull toward truth, authenticity, and spiritual growth. But what exactly does this transition from 3D to 4D awareness really mean? To understand this idea, we first need to look at what many spiritual teachers refer to as 3D consciousness. In simple terms, 3D awareness represents a worldview that is primarily focused on survival, competition, and external identity. In this state of awareness, people often define themselves through status, possessions, and societal roles. Fear becomes a powerful motivator, and life is often experienced as a constant struggle between success and failure. But as consciousness evolves, something begins to shift. People start questioning the patterns that once seemed normal. They begin to see through illusions that previously controlled their perception. They become aware that their thoughts, emotions, and beliefs shape the reality they experience. This is where many people begin entering what some describe as 4D awareness. In this stage, the focus begins to move inward. People start exploring their emotional patterns. They seek healing from past wounds. They develop empathy and deeper compassion for others. And they begin recognizing the interconnected nature of all life. Many old souls describe this stage as both beautiful and challenging, because awakening often means seeing the world more clearly than before. And sometimes, clarity can feel overwhelming. Suddenly, the distractions that once filled life begin to lose their meaning. Conversations that once felt normal may start to feel shallow. Relationships that were built on superficial foundations may begin to change. And many awakening individuals experience periods of solitude as they realign with their true path. But this process is not meant to isolate people. In fact, it often leads to something far more powerful. As more individuals awaken to higher awareness, they begin connecting with others who share similar perspectives. Communities form, ideas spread, and a new kind of collective consciousness begins emerging. Some spiritual traditions describe the next stage of this journey as 5D consciousness. Now, it is important to understand that this concept is symbolic. It does not mean people physically leave Earth or suddenly exist in another dimension. Instead, it refers to a profound shift in how reality is experienced. In 5D awareness, the primary driving force becomes love rather than fear. Competition gives way to cooperation. Control gives way to freedom. And separation gives way to unity. People operating from this level of consciousness tend to value authenticity, compassion, and truth above all else. They understand that every human being carries a unique spark of consciousness. And instead of seeing the world as divided, they recognize the deeper connection that unites us all. Interestingly, many observers believe that the global events of recent years have accelerated humanity's awakening process. Periods of uncertainty often push people to question old systems and search for deeper meaning. When familiar structures begin to shift, individuals naturally begin looking inward for answers. And this inward journey is often where awakening begins. Some people resist these changes. They may cling tightly to old beliefs and systems that once provided a sense of stability. Others, however, feel drawn toward exploration and transformation. These individuals begin seeking knowledge about consciousness, energy, and spiritual growth. They read books. They meditate. They explore ancient wisdom traditions. And they gradually realize that the world may be far more complex and far more magical than they once believed. But perhaps the most important part of this entire process is understanding that awakening is not about superiority. It is not about believing some people are better or more enlightened than others. Instead, it is about recognizing that every person moves through life at their own pace. Each soul has its own journey. Each individual has lessons to learn and experiences to gather. Some awaken earlier, others awaken later, and some may take many lifetimes to fully explore their path. What truly matters is not who awakens first. What matters is how we choose to treat one another as awareness expands. Because at the heart of every spiritual tradition lies a simple truth. Humanity evolves best when compassion leads the way. And perhaps this is why so many people feel a deep calling right now. They sense that the world is entering a new chapter. Old systems are being questioned. New ideas are emerging. And individuals everywhere are searching for meaning, connection, and purpose. If you have been feeling more reflective lately, if you have been questioning old beliefs, if you have felt moments where reality itself seems slightly different, you are not alone. Many people across the world are experiencing similar shifts. Some describe vivid dreams. Others report heightened intuition. Some feel a strong urge to simplify their lives and focus on what truly matters. And while science continues exploring the mysteries of consciousness, one thing is becoming increasingly clear. Human awareness is far more powerful than we once believed. Every thought carries energy. Every emotion influences perception. And every moment offers an opportunity to grow. Perhaps the greatest realization that awakening brings is this. The transformation humanity is seeking may not come from governments, technology, or external authority. Instead, it may emerge from the quiet evolution of the human heart, from individuals choosing kindness instead of division, from communities choosing cooperation instead of conflict, and from people rediscovering the deeper wisdom that has always existed within them. The old world was built on the idea that power comes from control, but the new world may be built on something very different. Awareness, responsibility, and the understanding that every individual plays a role in shaping the future of humanity. So if you feel that something has begun, if you sense that a deeper shift is unfolding, trust that feeling, because throughout history, every major transformation began with individuals who sensed change long before the rest of the world noticed. And perhaps that is exactly what is happening now. A quiet awakening, a gradual expansion of consciousness, a reminder that humanity's story is still unfolding, and that the next chapter may be far more extraordinary than anything we have experienced before. Because the journey from 3D awareness toward higher consciousness is not about escaping reality. It is about transforming how we experience it. One thought at a time, one act of compassion at a time, and one awakened heart at a time.